Garrett Lynch, what's going on?
What's going on, Michael? You almost forgot about me today.
Whew, I get to my. I can never forget about you, Garrett. Yeah. I just can't do that. Garrett, I want you to talk about something that's relevant. It's been a hot market. And it's odd. It was hot before COVID and appears to be hot after COVID. It's like hot, like it's like a recession and it's hot. Like I don't understand. And one of the things now, a lot of the action happens in the off-market deals. We've seen on our ends and others as well. But occasionally, though, we get into a competitive situation, and sometimes you can't avoid them. And we've won competitive situations, and we've also lost them. Share with us if you do get in a competitive situation, which they are sometimes not avoidable. How do we win it? Shout out, reminder, you guys, that we have Deal Maker Live coming this July 16 to 17 in Dallas at the Hilton Anatole. Tickets are going on sale right now. Go to dealmakerliveevent.com. It is going to be the premier multifamily event, and it is going to be in person. We also have a virtual option if you prefer that. But I am so excited. We have a lot of cool guests, and man, we got Brandon Turner speaking there. We actually got a really cool MC. Now, I'm normally doing the one MC. I really enjoy it, but we have a professional coming. I just can't wait. I can't even tell you who it is. He's emceed for Tony Robbins and Russell Brunson and other well-known people, and I'm just excited about that. So dealmakerliveevent.com is the URL for that. Share with us if you do get in a competitive situation, which they are sometimes not avoidable. How do we win it?
With a competitive situation, it's a different game. You're essentially playing, you're in like an auction, like a competitive auction type environment, but you're not getting deals at a discount necessarily. You're paying retail pricing or sometimes overpaying for deals. And so the first thing, it's like, okay, well, why would we do that? Well, the reason is because there's enough upside after you get into it that even if you do overpay a little bit, it still makes sense to do the deal. And so not all deals work, and it's depending on your strategy. There's a lot that don't, just like anything. That said, some of our most lucrative deals that we've done have been in that kind of an environment, and we've won them. And so if the things that you can do to get in yourself into the best position, first of all, you want to do a decent amount of them. You don't just want to do one. There's a little bit of nerves that go behind running these. See if you can, keep a few in the pipeline that you're doing, because it still is a numbers game. You got to go into this thinking like, I don't know who's on the other side of this, but there's a lot of people most likely. And so having a really good book that shows what you've done in a track record book for the presentation, you want to make sure that's put together really well. And that goes along with your letter of intent when you submit it first round. First round, you want to go in with terms that are just enough to get you into the best and final. So you can find out from the broker, hey, where can we come in at that's going to get me into the best and final? So that first round is really just to weed out the jokers, the people that don't really have any business being anywhere near the deal, right? So it's really kind of meaningless. So then it's all about the best and final deals. So you get into the best and final. You did just enough to get in there. You had kind of wide terms, so your terms weren't anything aggressive. And now it's time to sharpen the pencil. And so the way that I get to the point where we need to sharpen the pencil is I'll ask roundabout questions to the broker to try to get more information on where people are coming in at, so I have an idea as to where I need to be. And so the way that looks like typically is I'll come in and be like, hey, so how far am I away from the top right now? I don't have to tell me who's there, but how far am I away from it? Okay. What range do you think I need to be to get towards the top of the pricing so that we're in a good position to win? What other things can I do to my terms that would make me a leader in this form? And I'm sure other people are asking this, but just know we're going to perform better than all those other people out there. So you gotta play behind the scenes a little bit and try to get as much information. Now, there's some brokers that will tell you nothing, and there's some brokers that will give you hints depending on how much they like you. And hey, don't say anything. And you want to get those hints so that you can get some clued in insight as to what you need to do to really, what do you need to put up more hard money? Do you need to not? What things you need to pull back on? So that's how we've been able to position ourselves into successfully win some of these deals. It's by trying to work the back and the back scenes to get into a spot where we're just the one. And it's not easy. You'll lose a lot more than you win, but just make sure that if you're going into this kind of an environment, you know what to expect and you know how to play the strategy.
Yeah, a lot of that is based on the strength of the relationship with the broker. I think that's absolutely key. And even
Right.
though we build relationship with brokers to get off-market deals, sometimes you still get in competitive situations. So having that relationship with a broker still counts. Having visited with that broker, having hopped on a plane, toured some properties,
Yes.
really counts. The other thing also that counts that I've seen you do is you will spend time at the property even before you get it on a contract, which of course we tell people not to do because you're just wasting money. But what you do on these property visits is you look for ways to add value to that property in ways that the average buyer from far away will not see, therefore allowing you to pay at or even slightly above because you see certain things based on your analysis, looking at the comps, looking at what's there, talking with the people on the ground, maybe the property manager. Where's the opportunity? What have we not thought of? Where can we add more value? And that has made a difference in a lot of recent deals because it appears on the surface that we're overpaying. But as far as we're concerned, we're not.
Yeah, think about it. If you overpay, let's say $100,000 for a deal based on where its retail value is, quote unquote, but you're able to make $5 million, $6 million, that 100K isn't really matter as much because there was enough upside to cover it, right? And so, like you said, flying into the deal, it's absolutely paramount. If you're really serious about one and you want to show that you're serious, you can showcase your knowledge to the broker when you're in front of them on site. Hey, oh, you guys could have done this. They could have done this over here. And then, any way that you can get a leg up in front of that buyer, just by, even the debt side. So like I've gone into it where I've taken somebody that is a mutual, I've actually closed deals with mortgage brokers or lenders that are tied to the brokerage where they're selling the deal. So like if it's a Berkadia deal, for example, I've closed deals with the Berkadia lender just so that I have that track record with them. So that's one more person. Oh, this person did perform. It's just, they're trying to look for holes in your game. The seller is. And so the less holes that you have, the stronger you can become, the better shot you got at winning it.
Yeah, so don't shy away from competitive situations. The other thing that really helps is aligning yourself with a strong team behind you with a track record. So if you don't have one, then align yourself with a more experienced operator and get into the round that way as well. By the way, if you're listening to this or watching this and you're interested in investing passively in syndications, but you're not sure yet, you've maybe invested in some stock market, but you want to explore investing in syndications, we have a great report for you. It's called What's the Best Investment? Stock market or real estate? It's at themichaelblank.com/report. And if you are already on board with multifamily syndication, we'd love to have a conversation with you at nighthawkequity.com. So if you know someone who wants to invest outside the stock market, send them to that report as well and educate them about investing in this fantastic asset class called multifamily syndications.